it's James Rees from Overtime Heroics MMA. I'm here today with Mujjy Ahmed, fighter from Cage Steel. How's things this morning, mate? All right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, man. Woke up 27 years old.
yeah. Can't forget that we all got to wish Mujjy a happy birthday today.
Yeah, man. What was saying?
I'm sure it's not the sort of circumstances you'd want to be spending your birthday in, really, in full-on lockdown, really, is it?
I don't know, some things that you're controlled, aren't they? Even then, I mean, Ramadan started as well for me as well, so I don't think there would have been much I would have been doing. So it's probably some quality time with the family, really.
Yeah, just the standard good stuff with the family. We'll get straight into it then, mate. How did you get started in MMA? What was it that attracted you to the lifestyle and so on?
Hello?
So yeah, mate. What was it? How did you get started in MMA? What was it that appealed to you, that got you interested?
From a young age, my father sent me boxing, karate, so I've always been into sports. And then when I left school, it was MMA. I think it was in 2009, 2010. It started becoming a thing. There was not many places around my area that did it. There was only a couple of gyms in Doncaster. Again, a couple in Sheffield. I don't think there was any in Rotherham at the time. That's where I'm from. And a friend of mine recommended a place in Sheffield, so we ended up going there. It was just jiu-jitsu with a lad called Brian Aiken. I started doing it from there and enjoyed it. And then before you knew it, I was competing a couple of years after that. And then just continued on after then.
Yeah, and it's you're definitely thriving so far. I mean, with an amateur record of 4-0, it's not a bad record to start off with, really, is it?
Well, I mean, that's another thing about 4-0 on Cage Steel, but I've been fighting before Cage Steel as well. Of in full contact amateur 8-1, and then before that I had some full contact fights as well. So I've been on the amateur scene for a while. Hopefully this next fight, get that British title, and then speak to my coach about turning professional. I think the time's right now.
Interesting times, mate. Let's go into your fight so far. I'll cover the ones with Cage Steel. If you want to add to that, feel free. Obviously, your last fight you managed to squeeze in just before this lockdown kicked off on 14th of March. Anthony Craney, TKO finish round one. Not a bad way to make short work of it, really, was it?
Yeah. To be fair, I was expecting a bit more from him. He's known for his striking. He's a bit of a hard hitter. But yeah, I just got in there. Just the minute I landed the first kick, I just saw him. I just saw the pain, and I just capitalized on it. And yeah, it was a nice way to send a message. The first round finish, and like I said, the main thing that you said was just before lockdown. I know there was talks as well about potentially that show being cancelled. So I'm grateful that I got that fight in as well with the fight camp that I had.
Yeah, definitely. How did it compare? Because obviously, if you go to your debut for Cage Steel, then against Carl Muhan, was it? That was a first round finish, rear naked choke that time. How did it sort of compare? Your feelings on the fight, nerves, just in general, the whole feeling of it.
Again, that was my first fight in Cage Steel, and I think it's one of the biggest shows I've ever fought on. I think looking back at that fight, even when I look against Carl, it took me like a while to get into it. I mean, I think it was just the atmosphere and the number of people in attendance. So it did take me a while to get in, but I mean, now Cage Steel like second home to me. I've been there 4 times. So yeah, there was a big difference from the very first one to the one that I just had now. Because I think I can still remember the calls get a fight against Carl. It took me at least a good 20 seconds just to get in and basically soak in the atmosphere.
Yeah. So if you're starting to feel a lot more confident in yourself now, 4 fights in with Cage Steel, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Again, Cage Steel is one of the biggest ones. It is the biggest MMA show in Yorkshire, one of the biggest in the UK. The attendance that it brings in as well, and from going to fighting in front of a few hundred to 1,000, 2,000 people, it's a big difference. And again, like I said, I've been on there a few times now, even when I was even on the Sheffield Arena show. So yeah, for now, for me, it's just getting on there, and I don't think the nerves are big as they were when I first got on there.
Yeah, definitely. All going well with this lockdown. If it starts going to plan, your next fight is due August the 22nd. As you said earlier, British Amateur Featherweight Championship. A very good fighter, Musa Christian, record of 7-1 himself. It seems to be a fairly good mutual respect between you two guys. What's your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, Moose, I've known him for a while. We've trained with a few mutual friends as well. Again, he's not far from myself. He's in Sheffield, I'm in Rotherham. So again, to be honest, his name was mentioned towards the end of last year, and it was interesting. I wanted that fight. Reason being, Moose is a respectable opponent, and like myself, I knew he's got big ambitions, and I knew that fight was going to happen at some point. So yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to the fight. I'm sure he's going to bring his A game, but I'm confident in my ability and my skills that I will be walking out on August 22nd, the British champion.
It's definitely an exciting fight on paper, that one for sure. Two guys, as I say, very good records. It's nice to see none of the bravado as well. Like you say, you've got two mutual respected guys going in at the fight for the championship, and just going in there to do just no drama, no games, just going in to see the better man is. Obviously, at the moment with this lockdown ongoing, and obviously you've just started Ramadan yourself. How was that sort of? Does that affect your training in any form of way going forward? Because obviously, I mean, you're due to be fighting in just over 2 months now.
Yeah. That's the thing with Ramadan this time of year. It's probably the most difficult because it's in summer, so the days are a lot longer. Normally, I don't normally train during Ramadan. I take it as a month to detox because I'm training all year round. Normally, but obviously, last year, if I was to use that as an example, the Sheffield Arena show was like 4 weeks after Ramadan finished, so that one was slightly different. I'd start fight camp in Ramadan, and it was difficult. I mean, even watching back that fight, the first 2 rounds, I could tell I was in. The fitness was spot on, but as soon as the 3rd round came, I was gassed. Still got the win, a unanimous decision, but again, that was because the fight camp was slightly different with it being in Ramadan. The question you asked about this year, again, I'm working with my S&C coaches, giving me a program to follow, but mainly in Ramadan, it's more mobility work and a lot of tutorials that I'm watching, because I've still got 12 weeks after Ramadan to really start prepping for this fight. And normally the fight camp that we're looking at for this one will be 8 to 10 weeks. Again, even if Ramadan didn't start this week, it will be difficult anyway with the current pandemic that you mentioned. All the gyms are closed anyway. So prior to this, I was still training. I was getting my road work in, but I've just got it all set up at home, which I'm training there. But hopefully, given after Ramadan, once all this is over, hopefully it's all over, and hopefully the gyms are back open, and then we can just get to work.
Yeah, definitely. It's holding a lot of you guys up now, really, and it's as you said earlier, it's out of everyone's hands, and we just got to do what we got to do with it. But I know a lot of the fighters have got very itchy feet at the moment, raring to get back in there, and it's just no sign of any change.
Yeah, well, I'm speaking to all the guys anyway. From the AVT, we're still in contact, seeing what everybody's doing in terms of training, and everyone's the same. They just can't wait to get in there. Obviously, Danny's still keeping us posted with content. But again, like you said, it's just a matter of time before they open them gyms, because everyone's ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. What we'll finish up with there, mate. Simple one, really. What's your plans for the future?
Well, after I win that British title in August, I'm going to speak to Danny. Again, everything goes through him. I would want to finish the year turning pro, having a pro bout under my belt, and then look, because that was the plan anyway. 2020 was to get a British or an amateur title. That's coming in August, and then look to turn pro, and then who knows where the pro's going to take me. Yeah,
who knows from there. Well, look, Mujjy, not going to take too much of your time. As myself, you're a family man. As you say, it's your birthday. Leave you, go back now to your family and enjoy the remainder of the day. I want to thank you for the time you've given us from all the guys at Overtime Heroics. Greatly appreciated. Wish you all the best in your fight coming up. And I hope the rest of this year's a lot better than the way you started for you.
Yeah, man. You too, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you very much. Take care, mate.
Cheers.